There's a strange kind of loneliness that creeps in, not when we're alone, but when we're surrounded by people, or at least the illusion of people. You scroll through your feed, faces, stories, likes, comments, notifications ping like tiny jolts of belonging, and yet somehow you feel more alone than ever. Why is that? In theory, social media should make us feel more connected. We're plugged into the lives of hundreds, sometimes thousands, of people at once. We can message anyone, anytime. We can share every thought, every moment. We are never truly alone. And yet, loneliness has become an epidemic, especially among those who spend the most time online. This paradox isn't just a glitch in the system, it's the system itself. To understand it, we have to look beneath the surface. Humans are social creatures, not just in the way ants or wolves are, but in a deeply psychological and emotional way. We need eye contact. We need touch. We need silence between words and the subtle language of the body. These things don't translate into pixels. Online, we compress the self into symbols, a selfie, a tweet, a status. We become representations of who we are, not who we really are. And we interact with the representations of others. It's like eating the menu instead of the meal. Philosopher Martin Buber once spoke of two kinds of relationships, I-it and I-thou. I-it relationships are transactional. You treat the other as an object, a tool, something to be used. But I-thou is sacred. It's when you truly meet another human being, presence to presence. No masks, no roles, just being. Social media reduces most of our interactions to I-it. We swipe, click, like, comment, judging, consuming, comparing. Rarely do we stop to meet another soul. We don't feel seen. We don't feel held. So we perform more. We polish. We filter. We curate a life that looks happy, hoping someone will reach through the screen and really see us. But what we get back are more likes, more symbols, not real connection. It's not just about attention. It's about the kind of attention we receive. Think about it. 100 likes might give you a dopamine rush, but a single genuine conversation can nourish your soul. Online, we're drowning in attention, but starving for connection, and the comparison never stops. You see your friends' vacation photos while you're lying in bed, anxious and exhausted. You see someone celebrating a new job while you're stuck in one you hate. You start to believe that everyone else is living while you're just surviving. But what you're seeing is the highlight reel, not the behind the scenes. And knowing that doesn't always help. In fact, it can make things worse. Because deep down, you don't just want to see others. You want to be with them. But social media replaces shared presence with shared content. And content is not connection. There's also the illusion of interaction. You post something vulnerable. A few people react. Maybe someone comments. But after a few seconds, the algorithm pushes your post down the stream. Forgotten. Your moment of openness becomes just another data point, and you wonder if anyone truly heard you, or if they just scrolled past on autopilot. This isn't to say all digital interaction is meaningless. It's not. Sometimes you can have deep, life-changing conversations online. You can find community, support, even love. But it takes effort, intention, vulnerability. And these are the very things the platform design discourages. Because platforms thrive on frictionless engagement. They want you to keep scrolling, not to pause and reflect. They want short, snappy content, not deep, uncomfortable truths. They want you hooked, not healed. So what can we do? First, we can remember this. Loneliness isn't always a lack of people. It's a lack of connection. We can be surrounded by digital voices and still feel unseen. So seek fewer interactions, but richer ones. Fewer followers, but deeper friends. Fewer posts, but more presence. Second, resist the urge to perform. Let yourself be messy, boring, honest. Real connection begins when we stop pretending. And finally, step away. Not forever, but enough to remember what connection feels like beyond the screen. A quiet walk with a friend. A long, meandering conversation with no likes. A moment of shared silence. Because sometimes the most radical thing we can do in a world of constant noise is to simply be with another human being. No filters, no hashtags, just presence. And in that presence, the loneliness begins to fade.
If this made you pause, if you're drawn to deeper truths and quiet strength, then you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and keep exploring with us. See you in the next one.